All right, here we go, and welcome back to the Yes Functional Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Good afternoon. My name is Chris Porter, best-selling author and owner of Yes Fitness, and I would like to start right off with just thanking you for taking time from your busy day and during this busy time of the year to listen to what I might have to say. After a few weeks of talking about nutrition and trying to survive these holidays, we're going to get a little bit back on track today and talk a little bit more about the aging process and what we can do to improve our health span. Just a couple quick housekeeping things. Well, first, you can get this broadcast. You can listen to this anywhere where you get your other podcasts. And if you're ever interested in show notes or the timestamp of this broadcast, you can head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, hit podcast, and you can get the information for any of our 224 broadcasts. Real quick, our holiday schedule. We are on open Christmas Eve for our amazing race. It's a little competition amongst our clients to see who is the fittest. It's a whole lot of fun. Family and friends are welcome. Sign up for that right up front in the foyer area. And we are closed Christmas Day, and we will close on the 26th, open again on the 27th for all our normally scheduled sessions. So let's get right into it, since I know everyone is busy and don't have a whole lot of time. So let's discover more helpful habits of the super agers. And what is the best way to avoid cognitive decline? Well, there's currently no treatment that prevents or cures dementia. Researchers have identified some factors that may help protect you from cognitive decline. And what I would like to do today is talk about those 5 or 6 things that you can do in your lifestyle right here, right now, today to help slow and maybe prevent that decline. So, with the prevalence of cognitive decline because of the Alzheimer's disease and dementias, it's on the increase in the aging population. And with our population getting older and older, it's more in the forefront than ever. And there's a bunch of researchers out there today taking a look at what we can do to slow that cognitive decline. And we're going to take a look at the research that's done over at Northwestern University. And they're specifically looking at approaches that help protect us as we age. Now, the studies suggest that an exclusive group called the super agers may hold some clues to learning more about aging and age-related health issues. And I just wanted to share some of what the researchers at Northwestern University have observed and some of the information from their super ager investigations and the commonalities of what these people do, what their lifestyles are in this age group. So what are super agers? Super agers, according to Northwestern University, are people that are aged 80 and up who exhibit cognitive function comparable to middle-aged persons, and they typically exhibit less brain volume loss. It's been widely found that volume of the brain and its weight declines with age at a rate of around 5% per decade after age 40. It's 5% after age 40, with the actual rate of decline possibly increasing with age, particularly over age 70. So we're taking a look at people who have not, their brains have not gotten as small or small, they've declined at a rate different than a normal aging person. So here is how the research was conducted. So we understand what they did. The researchers used MRI scans to measure the thickness of the areas of the brain called the cortex in 2 groups. Group 1 were the 24 superagers, and group 2 was 12 control people. You always got to have a control group when we're doing a study. And generally, a normally aging adult will lose around 2.24% of brain volume per year. However, the superagers only lose around 1.06%. There's about half. Superagers lose about half of what the normal person or normal adult loses as they age. And researchers suggest that because the superagers lose their brain volume more slowly than their peers, they may be better protected from dementia. In addition to losing brain volume more slowly than their peers, superagers tend to have several helpful anti-aging habits in common that may be helping them remain cognitive young. Many things that we've spoken about before, but let's bring some light to each one again today. So let's take a look at some of those helpful habits. The superagers tend to be social butterflies. We've talked about this many times now. They report enjoying maintaining strong bonds and social relationships with both family and friends. Friends are important as family. And according to the researchers at Northwestern University, the attention region in their brain is larger than their peers. And this area is full of von Economo neurons. Say that 3 times fast, which are thought to play a role in social processing and awareness. Autopsies have revealed that this group has more than 4 to 5 times the number of neurons than the average person who is from age 80 to 89 years old. And the researchers aren't saying that it's just simply, if you have strong social networks, you'll never get Alzheimer's disease. But if there's a list of choices one can make, such as eating certain foods or not smoking, maintaining strong social networks may be as important as anything on this list. We've talked about some other research over the years and how, number one, the social person, that person who has friends, who's just out there being social, being friendly, not even with just family, but just the common person you might come up to at a coffee shop or a grocery store line, all seem to have less cognitive decline. So put it right up there with the top of things that you want to do. Be socially active, stay active, be with friends, family, especially this time of the year. And if this time of the year you know someone that doesn't have family or friends who may have lost someone close, reach out to them at this time of year. I mean, this is a very depressing time of the year for a lot of people. So help them to improve their risk for cognitive decline. Reach out to someone you haven't reached out to in a long time. Say hello, not just with a text. Try to give a phone call. Try to go meet them somewhere. Have some face-to-face contact. We know that's the best face-to-face contact. So superagers also tend to be very active. We knew this would come up. It always does in our podcast. Staying active is well documented to be beneficial for both body and mind. And it's one of the best things you can do as we age. Regular exercise helps your heart and your muscle strength training, can help reduce the risk of falls. It's going to help with frailty. So together, they make a winning combination of physical activity that results in increased oxygen intake that helps the body perform at optimal levels while reducing the risk of chronic disease. We all know the benefits of lifting weights. We talk about it all the time. Increased bone density, warding off frailty, just improving your daily function, help fall prevention. Exercise also helps maintain a healthy body weight, which is important to the brain because having a BMI of over 30 triples the risk of Alzheimer's disease. So I'm going to say that again. Why is exercise so important? Because it helps maintain weight. And BMI over 40, BMI over 30, hopefully I didn't say 40 a minute ago, but hopefully BMI over 30 triples the risk of Alzheimer's disease. I don't think I need to talk about exercise much more. Not today, at least. So superagers also like to enjoy life and indulging themselves. But these fitness buffs know that the key to this is to do everything in moderation. They may indulge in some dark chocolate, a nightcap, an occasional glass of alcohol, some cake on their birthday, things like that, but they don't make it a habit. It's not something they do all the time. Those who Those who did occasionally drink were 23% less likely to develop Alzheimer's or signs of memory problems than their non-drinking peers. So maybe a little occasional drink is good, right? It's important to note how important moderation is. This group adhered to drinking less than the guideline limits. Drinking more than recommended amounts is a risk factor for Alzheimer's disease. So a little bit of drink here and there is not bad. One drink a day, possibly. Not too many per week. Probably a little bit of a good thing. Superagers seem to enjoy continuing the challenging of their mind. You can stimulate and engage your brain by doing a variety of things such as crossword puzzles, readings, Sudoku, playing chess, learning a new language, whatever. Take a class to learn something that you're not familiar with. You need to challenge the mind. Just like with exercise, we challenge the body. We want to just continue to challenge the mind. Nutrition, always a part of everything in life. We are what we digest. According to precision nutrition, most people like to say we are what you eat, but we don't digest everything. We are what we digest. But that's a different thought for today than today's thought. So, although certain diets are recommended for optimal brain health, such as the MIND diet, MIND, which is a plant-based diet that combines the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diets that have been shown to reduce the risk of dementia. I'm a huge fan of the Mediterranean diet. And these superagers do not follow perfect diets. Moderation, remember, as we've discussed many times, a diet that is free from processed foods, that are rich in fish, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, legumes, helps to lower inflammation and oxidative stress, which are known causes of chronic diseases and chronic conditions, and not just for the brain, but for the heart. Think about it. Moderation, let's clean up that nutrition. Tough time of the year for it. I wouldn't worry about it too much this time of the year. But going forward, next year, try to clean some things up. When we're not at an event this time of year, let's try to keep things where they should be with our nutrition. It's all going to help down the road for our cognitive prevention of decline, the reduced risk for cognitive decline. And one thing that the superagers do is they listen to their bodies for signs when it's time to see the physician. However, some changes in the brain that can be common components of aging can make it hard to know when it's time to visit your doctor. So take proactive and preventative measures that can help. It's important to watch for memory issues and identify them as early as possible and then consult your physician. But in the meantime, let's do these other lifestyle things. This group tends to maintain the recommendations of anti-aging lifestyles, which includes, but is not limited to, all the things we just talked about, but also keeping our stress in check. We don't want that chronic stress of like a caregiver. Maintain a healthy BMI. Have regular exercise. Challenge your mind. Don't just sit in front of the boob tube and watch TV. Get out from in front of those screens. Nurture your social bonds. Follow a healthy diet, 80-20 rule, right? Get enough sleep. Have a positive mindset. Part of it, big part of it is positive mindset. I had lunch with a friend today, and his exact words were, I'm going down swinging. He's my age, a year older, but he's going to do the things that he can do to help maintain his lifestyle that he wants to maintain. He wants to improve his health span. He has quite a bit of longevity in his family, especially on his mom's side. I don't know if his aunt or his mom lived to 103. So part of it is that mindset and having a positive mindset and knowing that we're going down fighting. We're not just going to sit back and say, hey, it's just part of aging. I'm just going to live with it. There's nothing I can do about it. There is something you can do about it. Life is about choices. And make sure being mindful, which can help protect your brain as you age. Like I said in the beginning, there's no cure, but while prevention is always better, some risk factors can't be changed. And you can't control such things as age. We're going to get older, right? But for most people, symptoms appear around age 65 and older, with the risk of Alzheimer's doubling every 5 years. So that's something we can't control, but we can't control these other lifestyle factors. Gender, although this area is still under research, women are more likely to get Alzheimer's disease, and the odds of which increases after menopause, typically the people that we're coaching. So those with a family history of Alzheimer's are more likely to develop this disease, and those with more than one family member diagnosed are even at a higher risk. So do these things. Let's help reduce the risk, okay? Let's get our physical activity. Let's eat that healthy diet most of the time, right? Be socially active. Challenge the brain, okay? Have that intellectual stimulation. Make sure we have some hobbies. We get older, we shouldn't have as much stress, right? But let's make sure the stress is down. Let's make sure we get enough sleep and keep the positive mindset. All things that you can do, don't cost you any money. It's up here and in here saying that I want to do this. I want to improve my risk for cognitive decline and improve my health span. So that's what we got for you today. I hope it's helpful. Just a reminder of the things, the areas. We have so many things coming at us all the time. It's a busy time of the year, being bombarded with all kinds of different messages. The next message is going to be January 1. Let's lose that holiday weight. Let's lose weight. Let's lose that weight. Most of the people I talk to, most of my clients have been through those crazy, let's join the gym for 5 days, hurt ourselves, work too hard, go on some kind of crash diet that doesn't work. Let's do things that make sense. Let's start today. Let's do things in moderation. Small changes, consistency are key. So thank you again. Enjoy this time of year. Enjoy yourselves. You can look for more from me next Tuesday, where I'm going to give you more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a great evening.